Smash that like button. Well, I was thought if I was loving you. You were busy loving yourself. You was busy loving yourself. I'm breathing if you told me to. Now you're busy loving someone. 11 years out of Mary Jane's life. Besides the kids, I have nothing to show. She wasted her years messing with you, Diddy Glover. Time ago. Well, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. No, dear. No, I'm not gonna cry. No, I said I wasn't gonna cry. Diddy, you not worth my tears. Said I can't do it. Oh my God. You was never worth my tears. Oh, oh my God. Y'all gotta smash that like button. We are surviving Mary J. Blige. Ah, this is pure survival at this point. And for all the people that say, Jamil, you need to stop crying. Why are you always crying over these celebrities? Pure survival. Why wouldn't I not cry, God damn it? This is Mary J. Blige, the queen of goddamn R&B. Pure survival. The more celebrities that get tied into this shit, it is hurting my soul during survival. We must blow out the freak off candles. Oh my God. Mary J. Blige. I still love you, Mary. Pure survival. Until that we get full blown truth that Mary J. Blige was allegedly a part of these sick freak offs, I'm not going to let y'all say that she is the other celebrity, the female celebrity that was with this 13-year-old girl in the freak off survival. I'm not going to let y'all say that. I'd rather y'all say that it was Jennifer Lopez, Jenny from the freak off block. Here's the Bible. But not fucking Mary J. Blige. Uh, y'all don't understand how hard this is for me, goddammit. It's not easy for me to react to these things. We all looked up to these people growing up. Pure survival. I'm 42 years old. So you know I gotta love Mary J. Blige's music. I remember I was going through some shit and she came out with that song. I'm fine, 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 fine. Ooh, I'm fine, 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 fine. I needed that song at that time. Pure survival. But when you hear that your the people you loved so much for these years allegedly was a part of these freak offs, it is very heart wrenching and it's heartbreaking during survival. I just want to say salute to everybody that's in the building. Diddy Glover has been snitching and has been snitching on everyone during survival. You see Jay-Z in his hairstyle. He going through it right now. Jay-Z is going through it like a motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Remember that song he had, Lucky Me? You only know what to see. You don't understand what it means to be he. Since I was 4 years old, I've been told everything that glitters ain't gold. Well, you should have known, Jay-Z. This is crazy, guys. Like I said, we must give Mary J. Blige the benefit of the goddamn doubt. We got to give her the benefit of the doubt. Pure survival. So I'm going to start out by saying this. Allegedly, Diddy Glover is snitching on Mary J. Blige, and he is saying that allegedly the female celebrity, they already saying that Jay-Z was the male with that little fucking 13-year-old girl, allegedly, pure survival. And they said it was a celebrity female. I thought it was motherfucking, I thought it was Ellen, pure survival. I thought it was Jennifer, which I still think it could have been Jennifer, but I'm hearing that it's Mary. Oh my God. And if Mary J. Blige, if you was in that freak off, I believe Diddy Glover might have put something in your drink, Mary. Pure survival. Because back in the day, you admitted, Mary, that you used to get high, you used to drink, you used to party. Pure survival. So who knows what they done put in Mary's drink? You couldn't hang out with Diddy Glover. He was not to be trusted. But you see how terrible they're trashing Jay-Z right now. Pure survival. They're going to do this to Mary J. Blige next. So I'm letting y'all know right now, allegedly, she's supposed to be the woman on that motherfucker that was in that freak off and stood there. They said the woman just stood and watched. Pure Bible. So that's gonna look terrible. Oh my God. And if y'all know who Danny Boy is from motherfucking the song, I ain't mad at ya. I ain't mad at ya. Danny Boy said that he was 3 months, I think between 3 months and 4 months years old. I know that you don't supposed to say years when it's months, but Danny was a damn near a newborn baby, and he said that he slept with Mary J. Blige when he was 2 and 3 months. You know what I mean? Fresh out the fucking pussy. Pure Bible. And Danny Boy don't even like pussy no more. So I'm not gonna let y'all say that Mary J. Blige Regina was so bad that she made Danny Boy turn gay. I'm not gonna let y'all say that. But this is wild. Y'all already seen what they did to Jay-Z, Pure Bible. Now Mary J. Blige, Diddy is saying that he's snitching on you. You turned your back on Diddy Glover same way that Jay-Z and his ugly hairstyle did. Pure survival. Even Beyonce mom. Look at 50 Cent post on fucking Instagram. Beyonce mom liked the post about Jay-Z supposed to have been messing with this 13-year-old girl. Beyonce's mom. Pure survival. So it must be some trouble in paradise. This is wild. Pure survival. Smash that like button, guys.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband.
Now, Jay-Z supposed to be the guy he whipped the goddamn minor. Supposed to be the guy with the 13-year-old girl. Now, allegedly, Diddy is agreeing to say that Mary J. Blige was the one in there. Pure survival. Shout out to the lounge in the building, and shout out to everybody. Pure survival. Mary J. Blige. I'm telling y'all allegedly, goddammit, because I got to give her the benefit of the doubt. But Danny Boy did say he had a freak off with her when he was like 2 and 3 years old. Freak off tape. Don't start messing up internet now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this is shit Diddy be doing. Fucking up the internet when they know that we getting juicy. So we got to wait for this internet shit because it just started
on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accusers. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Hold on. Where does she talk about the female? Hold on, the female celebrity.
To say that the allegations speak for themselves and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of it, this real-time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties tonight?
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because Jay-Z came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you, and then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accusers. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a drive.
This little 13-year-old girl describes a house. She describes a freak-off driveway, Pure Bible, and she said that it was Diddy Glover, Jay-Z, and allegedly now Diddy is saying that it was Mary J. Blige. So he's snitching on Mary J. Blige. How disloyal are you, Diddy Glover? But I can't say that because everybody Glover off. The man is desperate, so he's giving everybody up. Pure survival.
way, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver.
Y'all hear? Look, little girl said another woman being there, the celebrity woman.
I believe on this suit, there are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver taking her. So she's locked into this story now, and that means there could be additional witnesses to corroborate her story or refute the story.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned the specificity of the details really stand out to you in this filing. Do you find it strange that the filing originally did not include Jay-Z, just Diddy, and now Jay-Z is suddenly added today? I mean, does that make Jay-Z's addition in any way less credible, or is this not in fact so unusual?
Now you see how they added Jay-Z? Now they are going to add Mary J. Blige in this sick situation, pure survival. And Danny Boy said that he was with Mary J. Blige when he was a young ass boy. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Mary. Diddy Glover is snitching. You should leave. Call Russell Simmons, Mary. Tell Russell Simmons that you got some yoga pants and you got some meditation candles and you ready to lead the country, Mary. Here's the Bible. You need to get out of here because Diddy is taking everybody down with him. This is wild.
The drama between Mary J. Blige and Diddy is real. The streets are buzzing with some wild news. Diddy just snitched on Mary and now she's in full panic mode.
You see that? Diddy snitched on Mary. They was already talking about Diddy Glover snitching on Mary before. Here's our Bible. And I spoke about this. Mary, you know what I'm saying? And I know he done gagged you for all kinds of money. You should have been turned your weave on that man, Mary J. Blige. Here's our Bible. You should have turned your weave on him. And now look, he done drugged you and all this shit after all the stuff you went through with your husbands and all that shit. Here's our Bible. Diddy Glover, you ain't shit.
The drama between Mary J. Blige and Diddy is real. The streets are buzzing with some wild news. Diddy just snitched on Mary, and now she's in full panic mode. Could it be true that Mary was actually Diddy's handler all along? With the feds closing in and accusations flying, the heat is on.
Yup, the heat is on. Smash that like button. I need to know from the audience, everybody that's in here, how many of y'all think that Mary J. Blige was a part of the freak-offs, or do y'all believe that she saw the freak-offs, that she knew what was going on? Or do y'all believe that she's the celebrity, the female celebrity that was on the that was in the freak-off with Jay-Z and Diddy Glover? You know what I mean? But if y'all don't smash that like button, then y'all don't believe it was Mary. But Diddy Glover's talking about he snitching on her, so this shit is wild. This shit is wild. This shit is wild, guys. Prayers for the victims. I'm sorry.
The feds are not.
I think Mary J. Blige was a victim too. I think she was a victim as well. Pure survival. How young was Mary when she got down with Diddy Glover? She probably was a victim too. Pure survival.
The drama between Mary J. Blige and Diddy is real. The streets are buzzing with some wild news. Diddy just snitched on Mary, and now she's in full panic mode. Could it be true that Mary was actually Diddy's handler all along? With the feds closing in and accusations flying, the heat is on. Yo, the feds are not messing around with Diddy and his crew right now. They just threw Mary J. Blige into the mix as one of his alleged freak-off associates.
They're calling Mary a freak-off associate. Pure survival. Now look at this night. This was a very freaky buck-naked ass night. This was a buck-naked freaky night. They got so many videos, pure survival, with Diddy Glover and Mary J. Blige. And my whole thing is, in Mary's defense, all she got to do is say, look, he was my producer. You know what I'm saying? And the freaky shit he was doing, pure survival, I had no idea. He was putting shit in my drink. I'm telling you, Mary, right now, you got to lawyer up during survival. You see what they did to Jay-Z and Jay-Z's hairstyle. Jay-Z about to go bald right now, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? We've been seeing this ugly hairstyle for years. Looking at this motherfucker like, how you got $1 billion and you chose that kind of hairstyle? Pure survival, Jay-Z. But once we see Jay-Z go bald, oh my God, we're going to know that he must be stressed the fuck out. Pure survival. If he get a different hairstyle, you know Jay-Z going through it. But Mary J. Blige, look at this. You look high as a motherfucker right there. High as a kite, pure survival. What the hell in the freak-off concoction is in Diddy Glover's hand? It looked like a straw. Y'all see that? Looked like a freak-off straw. He got Mary sipping on some shit. shit. Mary, I believe that it wasn't your fault. I'm sorry, guys. Don't get mad at me, but I believe that Diddy coerced Mary J. Blige. If Mary J. Blige allegedly was a part of this, I think it's Diddy's fault. Fuck that. I blame Diddy on everything. Now he trying to snitch on everybody else. Bro, the Bible.
With Diddy and his crew right now. They just threw Mary J. Blige into the mix as one of his alleged freak-off associates. Claiming she helped him set up other women and forced them into these freaky situations. Things are heating up fast, and it looks like Diddy's trial is on the horizon since the feds are starting to name names.
The feds is starting to name names. And he's saying that Mary J. Blige, Diddy Glover is saying that she helped organize the freak-offs during survival. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to smash that like button. This is wild, and it's getting more explosive during survival.
Claiming she helped him set up other women and forced them into these freaky situations. Things are heating up fast, and it looks like Diddy's trial is on the horizon since the feds are starting to name names. Diddy and Mary J. have had a pretty strange relationship for a long time, and now it seems we might finally get the real scoop on why. Rumor has it that she might have helped Diddy pimp out Aaliyah to Jay-Z.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Rumor has it. And you can't, Mary, this is not my fault. Mary fans, Paris our Bible. They were saying that allegedly Mary J. Blige had pimped out Aaliyah to Jay-Z before the hairstyle. Pure survival. Did you hear what they said? Mary's supposed to didn't been the one who set that up with Jay-Z. There was a lot of freaky shit going on, Mary. You's a very freaky girl. Don't bring her to mother.
Are heating up fast, and it looks like Diddy's trial is on the horizon since the feds are starting to name names. Diddy and Mary J. have had a pretty strange relationship for a long time, and now it seems we might finally get the real scoop on why. Rumor has it that she might have helped Diddy pimp out Aaliyah to Jay-Z, and there are whispers that she knows more about Aaliyah's death than we ever realized. The receipts for these claims are coming in hot, and the feds have a lot to back up their allegations. It's becoming clearer by the day that Diddy is watching his circle shrink while his public image is taking a nosedive.
So Diddy Glover feel like he was watching his circle shrink. Like, that's why he told on Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody started walking away from him, and he like, y'all all had baby oil. We all went and bought baby oil together. Pure survival. How do you think I got 1,000 pounds of baby oil at my freak-off dungeon? Pure survival. Motherfucking Jay-Z had 500 pounds of that shit in his car. Pure survival. Motherfucking Mary J. Blige, she had like 200. Like, y'all was helping me do this shit. I'm not going to do life in prison on my own. Pure survival. That's how Diddy Glover feel right now. Y'all gotta understand, Pure Bible. He had his first prison Thanksgiving meal. You see the spit flying? That's how passionate I am during survival. Y'all need to get them likes up. This is just terrible right now. I'm telling you, Mary, I hope that ain't you. I hope you ain't that female. This is, like I said, it's allegedly. Diddy is just telling on everybody. I just hope it ain't her, Pure Bible. I just hope it ain't her.
That she knows more about Aaliyah's death than we ever realized. The receipts for these claims are coming in hot, and the feds have a lot to back up their allegations. It's becoming clearer by the day that Diddy is watching his circle shrink while his public image is taking a nosedive. Things are looking rough because people who used to ride or die for him are jumping ship left and right. Nobody wants to go down with him in this mess, and now even Mary is trying to distance herself. It's not shocking, but the speed at which she's doing it definitely raises some eyebrows.
So it raised eyebrows. People felt like, why was, as close as Diddy Glover and Mary J. Blige was, Pure Survival, how come she never came out and spoke on Diddy Glover's behalf? Pure Survival. I even heard that allegedly she was pregnant by Diddy Glover before. This allegedly married Pure Survival. So I don't know if that's true. You know what I'm saying? But the shit is getting ugly like Flavor Flav's gums. You know what I'm saying? This is very serious. That's why I told y'all this is alleged that Mary is the girl that was at that fucking freak off with that young girl. Allegedly, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, pure survival. But she was disassociating herself from Diddy. All of them was. And now Diddy is like, I'm throwing everybody under the bus with me, pure survival.
Than we ever realized. The receipts for these claims are coming in hot, and the feds have a lot to back up their allegations. It's becoming clearer by the day that Diddy is watching his circle shrink while his public image is taking a nosedive. Things are looking rough because people who used to ride or die for him are jumping ship left and right. Nobody wants to go down with him in this mess. And now even Mary is trying to distance herself. It's not shocking. But the speed at which she's doing it definitely raises some eyebrows, especially since the FBI is sniffing around her business. Mary has always acted like she and Diddy were as tight as ever.
Now, and I don't know if that's a secret freak off dance move. Did y'all see that secret freak off dance hop? It's the way that they was hopping. They was bunny hopping like Meek Mills was. You know what I'm talking about? You seen that? That was a freak off bunny hop. That was a freak off bunny hop.
Especially since the FBI is sniffing around her business. Mary has always acted like she and Diddy were as tight as ever, like a ride or die duo. If you thought Diddy and Jay-Z were close, Diddy and Mary J were practically glued at the hip. They've been tight since the early 90s.
And y'all go back, Mary. I'm sorry. This is how I feel. I don't care if y'all get mad at me or not, pure survival. I think that Mary J. Blige saw stuff, and I just don't want to believe that she participated during survival. Yes, when she was young, I do believe Danny Boy from that signed with Death Row. You know what I'm saying? Danny Boy, I do believe that she clapped Danny Boy cheeks. But I'm not going to let y'all say that she turned Danny Boy gay. Pure survival. I'm not going to let y'all say that Mary J. Blige Regina was so bad that the boy done went gay. I'm not going to let y'all say that. You know what I'm saying? But this is wild, Mary. You go way back with Diddy Glover. Oh, my God. When he had his beginning freak-off ideas. Mary, did you see anything? I don't believe you did it, but did you see anything during survival? Mary!
Especially since the FBI is sniffing around her business. Mary has always acted like she and Diddy were as tight as ever, like a ride or die duo. If you thought Diddy and Jay-Z were close, Diddy and Mary J were practically glued at the hip. They've been tight since the early 90s, with Diddy producing her debut album. What's the 411? We're talking about a friendship that's older than a lot of us. Diddy has always given her her flowers, praising her as one of the greatest storytellers in R&B. He said she paved the way for women everywhere to speak their truth, calling her a pioneer in hip-hop soul. But back in the late 90s to early 2000s, things got rocky between them.
Yes, what was the fallout? Can somebody tell me why did Mary J. Blige and her weave had a fallout with Diddy Glover? Because their relationship got real rocky, pure survival. Is there a possibility that Diddy Glover was trying to force some shit on Mary, or she seen something, pure survival, and she didn't want nothing to do with it? And Mary was trying to disassociate herself from Diddy years ago? Diddy, I'm just saying, dude, like, this is just terrible. Motherfuckers, like, if you would have went and sat down and stopped wanting to play all the time and party every fucking minute, parallel Bible, now you got your little freak-off sons running around doing the same thing that you allegedly was doing, parallel Bible. You know what I'm talking? Taking tips out of your freak-off fucking book. Now, you know what I mean? You're creating new freak-off motherfuckers. When you get somebody pregnant, we got to worry if that child is going to grow up to be a freak off, butt naked vampire. I've been told y'all that Diddy Glover was a vampire. He sleeps upside down. And I'm going to keep telling y'all that shit. That man sleep upside down, pure survival, buck ass naked. Baby oil be dripping from the fucking ceiling, pure survival. Mary, I really hope that you did not do this. Mary had a little lamb, but not a little minor. I just 411, Mary, tell us. Because Diddy's telling on you right now. He's like desperate. And this is just horrible. This is horrific. Prayers for the victims. Prayers for the internet that's fucking up right now, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But this is all starting to hit the fan.
Even Mary is trying to distance herself. It's not shocking. But the speed at which she's doing it definitely raises some eyebrows, especially since the FBI is sniffing around her business. Mary has always acted like she and Diddy were as tight as ever, like a ride or die duo. If you thought Diddy and Jay-Z were close, Diddy and Mary J were practically glued at the hip. They've been tight since the early 90s, with Diddy producing her debut album. What's the 411? We're talking about a friendship that's older than a lot of us. Diddy has always given her her flowers, praising her as one of the greatest storytellers in R&B. He said she paved the way for women everywhere to speak their truth, calling her a pioneer in hip-hop soul. But back in the late 90s to early 2000s, things got rocky between them. They had a messy falling out and barely spoke.
Wow, they had a messy falling out. What was the messy falling out for between Mary J. Blige and Diddy Glover? Why did y'all fall out before? But y'all did make up, and you just cut him off. You know what I'm saying? You cut Diddy off. Everybody cut Diddy off. So I'm not surprised that the man is telling on everybody. Pure survival. And I don't blame him. If you was looking at life in prison, you gonna tell too. Some of you motherfuckers would have already told from the gate, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all would have been told. So I ain't trying to hear it.
Mary took responsibility for their split, admitting she was let alone maintain their friendship or work relationship. She owned up to her struggles, saying, any smart business person would have moved away from me. She realized she wasn't delivering in the way Diddy needed, and that's why he seemed distant. After Diddy forgave her, they smoothed
Wow, okay,
things over and
so Mary didn't want to freak off no more, probably. Allegedly, Mary didn't want to freak off, so she was trying to cut him off. Okay, because Mary was growing up. She didn't want to do the shit that they were doing back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I see what it is.
Together, let alone maintain their friendship or work relationship. She owned up to her struggles, saying, any smart business person would have moved away from me. She realized she wasn't delivering in the way Diddy needed, and that's why he seemed distant. After Diddy forgave her, they smoothed things over and returned to being best friends like nothing ever happened. It looked like everything was cool. But now Mary is doing a complete 180, acting like they weren't as close as we all thought. She's claiming she cut ties with him a long time ago, and people are definitely raising eyebrows at the timing. It seems...
Yes, that's bad timing, Mary. For you to act like you been cut Diddy off a long time ago, pure survival, and it's very mysterious that you were trying to back away from Diddy Glover when that Cassie lawsuit came out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say that Mary J. Blige is guilty, but I'm going to say that it's very, very, very mysterious that everybody cut Diddy off right when them allegations happen. It's some shit that people know in the industry, and it's all starting to come out. Like I said, allegedly Mary is that woman that was with Jay-Z and Diddy and the 13-year-old. Allegedly. I don't know if it's really her. Pure survival. I hope not. I hope not.
He said she paved the way for women everywhere to speak their truth, calling her a pioneer in hip-hop soul. But back in the late 90s to early 2000s, things got rocky between them. They had a messy falling out and barely spoke for a few years. Eventually, Mary took responsibility for their split, admitting she was a total mess back then and couldn't keep her life together, let alone maintain their friendship or work relationship. She owned up to her struggles, saying, any smart business person would have moved away from me. She realized she wasn't delivering in the way Diddy needed, and that's why he seemed distant. After Diddy forgave her, they smoothed things over and returned to being best friends like nothing ever happened. It looked like everything was cool. But now Mary is doing a complete 180, acting like they weren't as close as we all thought. She's claiming she cut ties with him a long time ago, and people are definitely raising eyebrows at the timing. It seems like she's trying to distance herself now that Diddy's life is unraveling. With lawsuits piling up and serious accusations against him, plus the feds circling with potential RICO charges, Diddy is basically sitting on a volcano.
And he's sitting on a volcano, and it already had erupted. It already had erupted. You know what I'm saying? So he's at a desperate, hard times calls for desperate measures, or however they call it. So now Diddy is telling on everybody. Clive Davis, him and his shitty diapers, you going down too, pure survival. Anybody who played a sick part in this shit. You see they done got motherfucking Diddy Glover and Jay-Z. Billionaire motherfuckers. So they don't give a fuck how much money you got, pure survival. They're coming. This is crazy. And like I said, I hope she ain't had nothing to do with this. I really do. I hope Jay-Z didn't do it. But we're going to see what happens during Survivor.
If you know anything about Rico, you know the feds are coming for everyone even remotely connected to him, which could lead to serious trouble for them, too. Diddy's lawyers are coming for the feds, claiming they've launched a full-blown hunt against him. They issued a statement saying this unexpected ambush, combined with a well-orchestrated media blitz, is leading to a rush.
Wow. This is wild, guys. Internet acting crazy, but don't worry about it. This is just pure survival at this point.
Argue it's just a witch hunt based on baseless accusations from civil lawsuits, emphasizing that there hasn't been any finding of criminal or civil liability regarding these claims. They insist that Mr. Combs is innocent and is ready to fight daily to clear his name. But the feds aren't playing games with Diddy. They've been detaining people close to him left and right, including his sons, Justin and Christian, who even ended up in handcuffs during a raid.
And you remember when they put them freak-off kids in the damn freak-off handcuffs. Now, hold up. This is what I want to go to. Because I told y'all I'm giving Mary J. Blige the benefit of the doubt. But Danny Boy said that he slept with Mary J. Blige when he was 15 years old. So that don't look good. If this is a 13-year-old that was there, and Jay-Z and Diddy, and then Danny Boy said he was 15, that's only 2 years older than 13. Pure survival. So how many of y'all think that Danny Boy was lying? Or did Danny Boy clap Mary J. Blige's cheeks? Or did Mary J. Blige clap Danny Boy's cheeks? Like, this is wild.
Things keep getting more and more twisted in Hollywood. And Mary J. Blige just got dragged into the situation because singer Danny Boy just came out to reveal that Mary allegedly had an intimate relationship with him when he was only 15 years old. And she was a full-grown woman at the time.
And this is Danny Boy. Like I told y'all, he sing that song. He signed with Death Row. He made a lot of music with Tupac, Pure Survival, that classic song, I Ain't Mad at Ya. And y'all know a lot of people in the industry, they was little kids, like young motherfuckers. And they was fucking and there's a lot of shit that was happening. Danny Boy, the man has a boyfriend. So he wasn't trying to do nothing modest to Mary J. Blige. He was just being honest in a damn interview, Pure Survival, without even worrying about if his man was going to get jealous. Danny Boy is gay, Pure Survival. He has a boyfriend. But he said that when he was 15, he slept with motherfucking Mary J. Blige. Pure Survival.
Y'all, things keep getting more and more twisted in Hollywood. And Mary J. Blige just got dragged into the situation because singer Danny Boy just came out to reveal that Mary allegedly had an intimate relationship with him when he was only 15 years old. And she was a full-grown woman at the time. Danny came with some pretty convincing receipts, and he has stories for days about this inappropriate affair. Child, if all of this is true, it honestly makes so much sense why Mary is such a big supporter of Diddy and is always on his arm. Okay, so y'all know how I said that Diddy getting exposed is going to lead to more people in the industry.
And that's the horrible thing, because Mary J. Blige was taken up for Diddy at first. When Diddy first got accused of this shit, when Cassie first did the lawsuit, Pure Survival, Mary J. Blige was still staying down with Diddy Glover. But once she started, when that tape, when he was chasing Cassie in them Christmas socks, the freak off Christmas socks, Pure Survival, and she saw Diddy beat up Cassie like that, she like, oh, I got to get away from this motherfucker. He gonna get his all court. Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? So, now, Mary, man, this is wild. Like, if she stuck by you until she saw you beating that girl up on camera and she knew that the block would get hot, Pure Survival, why would you tell on her, Diddy Glover? I'm talking to you, all that baby oil on your motherfucking lips right there, Pure Survival.
The time. Danny came with some pretty convincing receipts, and he has stories for days about this inappropriate affair. Child, if all of this is true, it honestly makes so much sense why Mary is such a big supporter of Diddy and is always on his arm. Okay, so y'all know how I said that Diddy getting exposed is going to lead to more people in the industry getting. Singer Mary J. Blige is next on that list because she just got exposed for and sleeping with singer Danny Boy when he was just 15 years old and she was 24.
And you heard that. They said Jay-Z Jaguar Wright, shout out to her, Pure Survival. She said Jay-Z was next on the list. Look what's happening right now. Jay-Z is on the goddamn list. He's on the fire. That motherfucker is in the oven, Pure Survival. You can see the smoke coming out his weird, ugly ass hairstyle. Pure Survival. He look like a camel on fire right now. You know what I'm talking about? You know Jay-Z is sick right now. And right here, they were saying Mary J. Blige was going to end up being next after Jay-Z's hairstyle. This is crazy.
And is always on his arm. Okay, so y'all know how I said that Diddy getting exposed is going to lead to more people in the industry getting exposed for doing some creepy things. Well, it looks like singer Mary J. Blige is next on that list because she just got exposed for and sleeping with singer Danny Boy. When he series of interviews, Danny talked about how Suge Knight enabled Mary to and lure him into a very inappropriate relationship, considering their age difference and the fact that he was a minor at the time. According to him, it started back in 1995 after the Source Awards, and Suge was celebrating in a hotel room with Mary J. Blige, Diddy's baby mama, Misa Hilton, and a couple of other women in his hotel room. Danny claims that he was in his room when Suge called him over to join the celebration. When he got to
So Suge Knight and Diddy Glover used to be friends. If y'all don't know that, Pure Survival. And Suge Knight, Danny Boy was signed to Suge Knight. So, and Danny Boy was pretty much, like I said, y'all know Danny, you know, he got a boyfriend, and his boyfriend got a boyfriend, Pure Survival. But this one, he was a teenager. So he didn't know he was full-blown gay at the time. You know what I'm saying? And Danny might go both ways. Pure Survival, I don't know. He might look both ways. But the whole thing is, at that time, Danny was 15 years old, and Suge Knight said, look, come on over. I got Mary J. Blige over here, Pure Survival. I got these other chicks over here, Diddy baby mom. Cheeks, and it's clapping all over the place. And Danny Boy went over there as a 15-year-old boy, and he said Mary clapped his cheeks. We got 2,000 people in the building, and we are surviving Mary J. Blige, goddammit.
And the fact that he was a minor at the time. According to him, it started back in 1995 after the Source Awards, and Suge was celebrating in a hotel room with Mary J. Blige, Diddy's baby mama, Misa Hilton, and a couple of other women in his hotel room. Danny claims that he was in his room when Suge called him over to join the celebration. When he got to Suge's room and saw Mary, he was starstruck because he was a huge fan. He claimed that he hung out with the group and had a couple of drinks before going back to his room. However, Suge then called him up a while later, saying that a woman wanted to see him. Danny assumed that it was one of the other women at the party, but when he got to Suge's room, Mary and Misa were the only ones in the room.
So when Suge Knight was trying to get Danny Boy's virginity taken, Pure Survival, y'all don't see how this was. You know what I'm saying? Because when you was a boy as a teenager, Pure Survival, like I lost my virginity as a teenager. That wasn't no like unnormal thing, you know what I'm saying, growing up. Especially depending on where you came from, Pure Survival. And Danny Boy was like real like feminine type of dude, you know what I'm saying, at that time. And Suge Knight was trying to get him some skins. Now I look at it now, I'll say that that's inappropriate, Pure Survival. You know what I mean? The boy was 15 years old. But a boy doing something with an older woman is not as horrible looked at as a woman, I mean as a man doing something with a little girl. Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? So Suge Knight was trying to get Danny Boy to stop staring at the men and get him some goddamn Regina. Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? And he go into the room and Mary J. Blige and Misha was in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And this is what was going on back then. Pure Survival.
Fan. He claimed that he hung out with the group and had a couple of drinks before going back to his room. However, Suge then called him up a while later, saying that a woman wanted to see him. Danny assumed that it was one of the other women at the party, but when he got to Suge's room, Mary and Misa were the only ones in the room.
We was talking, I think I left out, and Suge called me back up to the room. He said, come back upstairs, you know. Old girl want to see you. Mary's sitting on the couch. So I know the girl that he in the bed with don't want me either. So I went in, he closed the door and shit, and I sit down and I start talking to Mary. And the inside, I'm about to lose it, because I'm actually sitting here talking to Mary. She's sitting on the couch and shit, and we ordered some food and some more drinks.
He then claimed that while Mary was sitting beside him on the couch, someone knocked on the door and Mary freaked out and hid because she thought it was her boyfriend at the time, Casey. Now, Casey...
Now, y'all remember when Mary J. Blige used to go with Casey from Casey and JoJo, Pure Survival. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know Jodeci was the truth. back in the day. I would say the shit, but then I'm gonna have to say no Diddy. Then I'm gonna have to say no Diddy Glover. Pierce our Bible. You can't even say somebody. You can't even compliment a man now, and that's how bad Diddy Glover done made it for us all. Pierce our Bible. But I'm a Jodeci goddamn fan. Ooh yeah, ooh baby baby. Lately I had a strangest feeling. You remember the motherfuckers singing? They had to do that shit with their neck. Ooh yeah, that was who she was with. Motherfucking Casey and JoJo. Them dudes would be bony as hell and take their shirt off. But back in the 90s, it meant that you was sexy. Pure Bible. You know the motherfucker take their shirt off. Motherfucker KC was bony as a hell. He looked like a goddamn skeleton, but he could sing his ass off. Pure Bible. And they take their shirt off, ain't got no motherfucking muscles or nothing, but the bitches start screaming and hollering. Pure Bible. That's how it was back in the 90s. I'm not gonna lie. But Mary J. Blige was in the room with Danny Boy, a 15-year-old, and she was afraid that the motherfucker KC came to the door. Pure survival.
So I know the girl that he in the bed with don't want me. So I went in, he closed the door and shit, and I sit down and I start talking to Mary. And the inside, I'm about to lose it, because I'm actually sitting here talking to Mary. She's sitting on the couch and shit, and we ordered some food and some more drinks.
He then claimed that while Mary was sitting beside him on the couch, someone knocked on the door and Mary freaked out and hid because she thought it was her boyfriend at the time, KC. Now, KC and Mary had a toxic and kind of violent relationship at the time, so Mary probably thought that he was there to put hands on her again. It turned out to be a false alarm, so she went right back to flirting with him. He claimed that she put her head in his lap, touched him, and that things got very, very intense.
15, 16 years old. And she laying on the couch. And I'm sitting on the other end, and she lay down on the couch and put her head in my lap. I'm like, damn.
Mary J. Blige was laying there when Danny Boy was 15 years old and put her head inside of his lap. Pure survival. What grown woman put their head inside of a kid's lap? Like she wanted to make his wiener disappear. She wanted to make Danny's motherfucking pecker disappear down her throat. Eat that shit like a goddamn motherfucker. What? Well, like a goddamn non-later or some shit like that. Pure survival. This is a goddamn kid at the time. You gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? The boy was 15 years old. She put her head in his lap. Pure survival. Any little young motherfucker, my shit would have shot up just like this. Pure survival. Mary would have been sitting there, my shit would have shot up just like this. She would have hit her right in the head. Pure survival. Her motherfucker weave would have fell off. Like, who sticks their head into a 15-year-old kid's lap, Mary? I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Pure survival. But this is a horrible experience. Well, for him, pure survival.
Things got very, very intense.
15, 16 years old. And she laying on the couch. And I'm sitting on the other end, and she lay down on the couch and put her head in my lap. I'm like, damn. He can't be talking about Mary. He was talking about she wanted me to come back up here, now she on my lap. And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, what is this gonna end up to? And she stayed a couple more hours. And we decided to go in the other room because it was a suite. We went in another room and lay down. And she lay down with me and she kind of like backed up against me. And every time she backed up against me, I would move away, you know.
Now you see this? This is horrible. Danny Boy didn't even want no pussy. Pure Bible. Mary J. Blige went and laid in bed with him. Y'all have to understand, you looking at him as a grown motherfucking raisin head motherfucker. Pure Bible. This is when he was 15 years old. And Mary J. Blige laid in bed with him. And y'all know, ladies, when you first, get with a guy, y'all have a date, and let's say you go back to his house or he come to your house, Pure Bible, and you laying in the bed, you motherfuckers start to, you know what I mean? Like you be kind of spooning, and y'all women start to try to back it up on the motherfucker, like y'all trying to give us the pussy. Pure Bible. It's a pussy sign when the woman start doing and moving around. Like first you pretending that you sleep, Pure Bible. Then you moving the fuck around. Oh, you trying to get some of this ding-a-ling, Pure Bible. So she was trying to clap Danny's cheek. cheeks. But he was afraid to bust. He didn't want to do nothing with her. You know what I'm talking about? He was like, oh my God, nervous, man. When she get to moving around like a motherfucker, when she get to moving her body like a snake, pierce her Bible, you know what I'm saying? And Mary seen that he wasn't really trying to clap her cheeks. Her Bible. So she probably took a vibrator out and clapped Danny cheeks. I don't know, but he was 15 years old. Pierce her Bible.
That's when they end up too. And she stayed a couple more hours. And we decided to go in the other room because it was asleep. We went in the other room and lay down. And she lay down with me. She kind of like backed up against me. And every time she backed up against me, I would move away, you know.
They ended up doing a nasty, and like that wasn't bad enough. It wasn't a one-time thing because they had an affair, and Mary would fly him out to New York to see her. Even worse, she led him into thinking that he was her boyfriend, even though she had a thing going on with Tupac at the time.
Now, I heard that Mary J. Blige was supposed to, like Tupac was clapping Mary J. Blige's cheeks. I heard that too. You know what I'm saying? Now, not only did Danny Boy, he didn't even want to smash that all on the floor, but he ended up hitting that at 15 years old. Danny Boy ended up sleeping with Mary J. Blige at 15. And then she started to fly him out during survival. So can you imagine you 15, 16 years old and you got a celebrity that you looked up to? Because Danny, you know what I mean? He could sing his ass off. I'm not going to lie. Here's the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He looked up to Mary. He didn't know he was going to clap Mary's cheeks or Mary was going to clap his cheeks. You know what I'm saying? However it went, they did the nasty, pure survival. You know what I mean? And she started to fly him out. She started to fly him out. They had to put a Sega Genesis, a little Nintendo, put some McDonald's on the plane, and get him over there. So she kept on with this affair with this motherfucker when he was a child. Pierce our Bible. You know what I'm saying? So Mary, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You know, I don't know if you that girl that was with Diddy and Jay-Z's hairstyle and the 13-year-old, but from what this boy is saying, back then you was with the shits, Mary. Pierce our Bible. You were with the shits.
Against me, I would move away, you know.
They ended up doing a nasty, and like that wasn't bad enough. It wasn't a one-time thing because they had an affair, and Mary would fly him out to New York to see her. Even worse, she led him into thinking that he was her boyfriend, even though she had a thing going on with Tupac at the time.
From that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. You know, that's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was pot girl. Because at that time, she was my girl. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see.
Wow, do you hear what the boy just said? I'm 15 and 16 years old, and Mary J. Blige is flying me out. He thought that Mary J. Blige was his girlfriend. Pierce her Bible. I'm going to burst out crying again just to think about that. When you a young motherfucking boy, and you got a serious super crush on a woman like your school teacher, Pierce her Bible. And y'all remember when the school teacher started fucking the students? You know what I'm talking about? Where all the dudes at on here that felt like, damn, why am I still? I've got a couple teachers, they ain't want to give me no pussy. Pierce her Bible. I was hoping Miss Stugat would have gave me some pussy. But you seen the teachers fucking other students. You know what I'm saying? That's how this boy felt. He was in love with Mary J. Blige and thought that they was in a relationship. Pierce her Bible. You know what I'm talking about? And Lord behold, she just was using him for the night or the nights that she flown him out. He thought he really had a girlfriend. Praise our Bible. She led that little motherfucker on. And then he went and turned gay after that. Or I think he might have still had it in his soul. I don't know when he started. You got to ask Danny Boy during survival. You got to ask him when you know. But this is wild, guys. This is wild.
That time, she was my girl. That time.
Look, he felt like that was his girlfriend.
No, it wasn't a one-time thing because they had an affair, and Mary would fly him out to New York to see her. Even worse, she led him into thinking that he was her boyfriend, even though she had a thing going on with Tupac at the time.
From that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. You know, that's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was pot girl. Because at that time, she was my girl. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see her. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you, you young and shit, and I'm trying to show her that And she ain't phasing me.
Yeah, that's all shades of messed up. But in another interview, when he was asked if he felt like Mary used him or took advantage of him in any way, he still insisted that she didn't take advantage of him and they were dating.
Now you see this? Danny Boy up to this day, he don't feel like Mary J. Blige took advantage of him during survival. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm keeping it real with y'all. Back then, it wasn't looked like that. It's still not looked that like that. Like ask any dad, right? Now, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, pure survival. My son is 18 years old. If my son was 17, 16, and he came and introduced me to a woman that was older than him, pure survival, I would give him a high five. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say, look, stay in school, get your shit together, boom. But damn, boy, you just like your dad. Like you know what I'm saying? You the man. Like you get complimented when you're younger to be able to pull a girl. But when it's a fit, if one of my daughters would have came to me, pure survival, with an older motherfucker, it'd be motherfucking, furniture's gonna be moving, pure survival. It's gonna be hell. Christmas, Santa, none of y'all. Santa Claus gonna get fucked up coming down the Christmas tree. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? If it's your daughter, but your son you look at differently. Y'all know that shit is true. You know what I'm talking about? So that's why Danny don't feel like he was being molested. But when I look back at it now, as a grown man, pure survival, I feel like it's inappropriate. That if you are a woman, you know what I'm talking about, and a boy is, let's say, 15, 16, and you are in, let's say, 25, you are pretty much, that's the molestation thing. Because if that was a girl that was fucking 15 and a dude 25, you going to jail, pure survival. But a boy, you get a high five. Damn, motherfucker, you be getting all the bitches, pure survival. It's looked at different. Even Danny don't feel like she took advantage of him. You know what I'm saying? But when we look at it, that was crazy. If she was able to sleep with him at 15, then Mary, this doesn't look right. Pure survival. That's all I'm just saying. It doesn't look right.
Interview. When he was asked if he felt like Mary used him or took advantage of him in any way, he still insisted that she didn't take advantage of him and they were dating.
When you were early on, you was messing with Mary. Okay, how did you think about that?
That time I wasn't.
You know,
I mean, you like kind of was, but wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. How did you think? Like, what did you feel like? Okay, yeah, I like Mary, or you just was like, was she taking advantage of you because you were young?
No, I mean, you know, that was Mary
She
J.
was
Blige.
young too.
She was young too, and that was Mary J. Blige. And when I brought that story up, because a lot of people thought that I was like trying to Me Too. I mean, I wouldn't have used her. I got somebody I could Me Too if I want to, but it would be Mary. I said it in the conversation of, somebody else is saying how Mary was somebody's girl, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, no, it wasn't. That was my girl.
It was my girl,
You know what I
right?
mean? I was kind of just talking too fast, and
I'm not gonna lie, it's
So he's saying that when he brought up Mary J. Blige, he wasn't trying to out her during survival. Somebody else said at that same time, because Danny Boy is saying that Mary was young too. That's what he's saying, because she was in her 20s probably, or her 30s. I don't know, but he was 15. And he's saying somebody was saying that they was clapping Mary's cheeks around that time. So he was like, oh, how was you clapping her cheeks around that time when it was just me and KC from KC and JoJo? Me and KC and JoJo was clapping her cheeks. Bible. You know what I'm talking about? So what are you talking about? That's how Danny Boy felt. You know what I'm saying? So this is wild, Mary. This is wild. And like I'm saying, allegedly, they saying that you was the person on the tapes with Jay-Z, Diddy, and the 13-year-old girl. This is allegedly, pure Bible. We don't have the full-blown truth. But if this is true, Mary, you see how they just brought out Jay-Z? Like they're about to do the female celebrity next. You know what I'm saying? So if it's Hey Ho from the block, Jenny from the motherfucker block, Pure Bible, you know what I'm talking about? Sula, Lamana, Sul. If it's her, then it's going to come out. I don't even know where that just came from. The Sula, Lamana, Sul. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if it's her, it's going to come out. But Mary, it's not looking good during survival. Like, it's not looking good. And they pulling up the Danny Boy videos and stuff with you being with him at 15. It's looking horrible. Pure survival.
He still insisted that she didn't take advantage of him and they were dating.
When you were early on, you was messing with Mary.
Well,
Okay,
you know,
well, how did you think about
that time I wasn't.
You know,
I mean, you like I was, but wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. How did you think? Like, what did you feel like? Okay, yeah, I like Mary, or you just was like, was she taking advantage of you because you were young?
No, I mean, you know, that was Mary
she
J.
was
Blige.
young too.
She was young too, and that was Mary J. Blige. And when I brought that story up, because a lot of people thought that I was like trying to Me Too. I mean, I wouldn't have used her. I got somebody I could Me Too if I wanted to, but it wouldn't be Mary. I said it in the conversation of, somebody else was saying how Mary was somebody's girl, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, no, it wasn't. That was my girl.
It was my girl,
you know
right?
What I mean? I was kind of just talking too fast, and
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sad how he can't see that he was, because there is no reason that he should have been sleeping with a 24-year-old when he was just 16. Unfortunately.
So how many females feel the same way that they just said? Because Danny Boy don't feel like he did nothing wrong. I understand. He don't feel like Mary J. Blige took advantage of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't feel like that. Because he like, I was young and I wanted to clap Mary's cheeks. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? This is around his straight time. But do y'all smash that like button for the ladies in the building that feel like Mary J. Blige was wrong for being a grown ass woman and having sex with him at 15? Smash that like button. Or press 1 if y'all think Mary J. Blige was wrong for clapping that boy's cheeks. Put a 1 in the goddamn thing. Pure Bible. If y'all think that, put a 2 if y'all don't think that Mary was wrong for giving Danny some pussy when he was 15. Pure Bible. Okay, damn, we got a 1 in the building. We got a 1. Damn, Mary, it ain't looking good. Motherfuckers are saying you were wrong. Oh, Mary, everybody's saying, okay, we got a 2 in the building. Pure Bible. Oh, it's a bunch of 1s. We got a couple 2s, Mary. Oh, look, it's got some 2s. But listen, I don't know if the 2s are the guys. It's like, man, come on, now let me get some pussy at 15. Pure Bible. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, Mary, damn, it's a lot. Well, we got a bunch of 1s and 2s in this motherfucker. Somebody threw a 3 in there. Pure Bible. You know what I'm talking about? Yo, this is motherfucking wild. This is wild, guys. Smash that motherfucking like button. Mary, I don't know. I don't know. Some people saying you wrong for sleeping with Danny when he was that age, and some motherfuckers are saying that you were right. Pure survival.
It was somebody's girl, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, no, it wasn't. That was my girl.
It was my girl, right?
And I was kind of just talking too fast, and
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sad how he can't see that he was, because there is no reason that he should have been sleeping with a 24-year-old when he was just 16. Unfortunately, this is something that we see a lot.
Okay, Mary J. Blige was 24. So now we got the age. Pure survival. Shout out to Stacy Gloria. Just sent a play on Cash App during survival. Stacy Gloria just hit that fucking Cash App. Pure survival. Okay, so Mary J. Blige was 24. Now y'all got to do that over again. We got to do it over again during survival. So if you 24 years old, right? Do y'all think that Mary was wrong for giving Danny Boy some vagina while he was 15 and she was 24? Pure survival. So she only had him by 9 years. How many of y'all think that she was wrong? Press 1 if she was wrong, 2 if she was right. Pure survival. She was 24. He was 15. Let me see. Yes. Oh, damn, there's some 2s coming in. Okay. Pure survival. Oh, okay. Now the 1s are going up crazy. Then the 2s. Mary, oh, man, you getting the benefit of the doubt, Mary. Some people, 24 and 15. Motherfucker. Oh, my God, Mary, this is crazy. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? God has said motherfucker 1. She like, no, motherfucker, she was wrong than the motherfucker. All right, because I know for a fact, okay, you know what? I'm about to shut y'all down real fast. Pure survival. Now, for the people that was putting 2s in there, now we're going to put it the other way around. If Danny Boy was 24 years old and Mary J. Blige was 15, press 1 if y'all think that was wrong. And she's a girl and she 15. Press 2 if y'all think that it was right. Now, if Mary J. Blige was fucking 15 and he was 24, look at all the motherfucking 1s coming in now. If that was, look, 1s like a motherfucker. If it was a girl, it'd be even fucking worse. Pure survival. This is bad, Mary. This is bad.
It was somebody's girl, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, no, it wasn't. That was my girl.
It was my girl, right?
And I was kind of just talking too fast, and
I'm not gonna lie. lie, it's kind of sad how he can't see that he was, because there is no reason that he should have been sleeping with a 24-year-old when he was just 16. Unfortunately, this is something that we see a lot when an older woman takes advantage of a boy, but people don't see it as a big deal because they think that men can't be as aid or even taken advantage of. But wait, because there's a twist to this story. You see, the streets are saying that Mary learned this behavior from nobody else but Diddy. Mary and Diddy were very close friends back when Diddy used to work at Uptown Records, and Mary was signed to the label. And considering that multiple people have come forward to accuse Diddy of allegedly SAing them around the same time that he was at Uptown Records, so it's entirely plausible that Mary watched him and learned this behavior from him.
See, now, if Mary J. Blige learned her freak-off behavior from Diddy Glover, that's not far-fetched during survival. Because you got Justin Bieber, you got Usher, you got all the people that was hanging around Diddy Glover that went through shit as kids and ended up doing shit themselves. You know what I mean? Pure survival. So I'm not taking it's not like I'm trying to take Mary J. Blige's side. But I'm saying if Diddy taught her this behavior, like how Clive Davis was clapping Diddy Glover's cheeks before he got in diapers, pure survival, and he taught Diddy that shit. So maybe Diddy did teach Mary J. Blige this fucking freak off behavior, pure survival.
Sleeping with a 24-year-old when he was just 16. Unfortunately, this is something that we see a lot when an older woman takes advantage of a boy, but people don't see it as a big deal because they think that men can't be as aid or even taken advantage of. But wait, because there's a twist to this story. You see, the streets are saying that Mary learned this behavior from nobody else but Diddy. Mary and Diddy were very close friends back when Diddy used to work at Uptown Records, and Mary was signed to the label. And considering that multiple people have come forward to accuse Diddy of allegedly SAing them around the same time that he was at Uptown Records, so it's entirely plausible that Mary watched him and learned this behavior from him. Also, from what we know now, Mary allegedly got pregnant with Diddy's child, but either he forced her to get rid of it or it was Mary's decision. But nonetheless.
Now, I heard that story. How many of y'all heard that story? That Diddy Glover had got Mary J. Blige pregnant before and made her get rid of the baby. Like, Mary, I am sorry. Like, this is not like I'm sitting here blaming you. I said allegedly, pure survival. But there's a lot of ties with you and Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? So if Diddy Glover is ready to tell and feel like, damn, we was rocking and rolling, I done got you pregnant before, Pierce, like you the mother of my motherfucking freak all child, and then you can't even rock with me, like y'all wasn't down, like you didn't want to party no more. You know what I mean? I understand you got older and you walked away and went to go live your life, Pierce, I might to get married and have a fucking family, and I still wanted to be old as hell, partying with young motherfucking minors. Diddy Glover, you know what I'm saying? But when Diddy got locked up, he felt like none of them defended him or even try to say something nice about Diddy. After knowing him for all them years, none of them had something good to say about him. To even come out and say, hey, these allegations with Diddy, whatever, I've been around Diddy and Cassie. Diddy never did nothing to her. Or if they was going through something, Cassie was putting her hands on Diddy and Diddy was putting his hands on. Like it was a mutual thing. Nobody stuck up for Diddy. So Diddy feel like everybody has to go under the bus. You know what I'm saying? And you see what he just did to Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't think Diddy got nothing to do with Jay-Z being like it's an indictment coming next. This is just the lawsuit part. The whole goal is to paint the picture to make Jay-Z to look like a monster first, pure survival. Then that's when a federal situation comes right after that. And then once they reveal that Mary J. Blige, allegedly, if this is you, when they reveal the third person, the two people with the 13-year-old, Diddy and Jay-Z, now that's out there in the general public. They didn't say the woman name yet. Allegedly, people saying, you know what I mean, that Diddy Glover, and I got a source that's close to him, you know what I mean, that hit me up on Instagram all the time telling me shit. His next moves and everything. That's how crazy YouTube is, spiritual Bible, where the real motherfuckers reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I found out that he telling on Mary J. Blige, that Mary's caught up in this shit too. It just ain't come out yet. Pure survival. So if she take the deal, if it is Mary, like that lawyer said, Jay-Z told the lawyer, I'm not paying nothing. You know what I mean? I wasn't with this 13-year-old girl. Fuck that. You're not going to extort me. That's what Jay-Z said. Now, if the female celebrity pays whatever that lawyer wants for that 13-year-old girl for their name not to come out, then her name won't come out publicly. You know what I'm saying? You'll just be hearing the shit, like, you know what I mean? And you got to use your common sense on who was that woman that was there. It's not like a real big selection. I mean, it is a big selection, but these are people that was really, really next to Diddy 2000. You know what I'm saying? Like Ellen, like motherfucking Jennifer Lopez, like motherfucking Mary, like, it's, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to make it make sense. But Mary could probably, if it is her, she can pay that lawyer off. A lot of these people been paying the feds to not say that they on them tapes. The shit is starting to hit the fan. Now you got to think about if Jay-Z, if they come with a federal indictment, who is Jay-Z going to snitch on? Pure survival. Think about that. They got Diddy. Diddy is looking at life in prison. You really think you could picture Diddy Glover doing life in jail? They damn near gave Robert Kelly life. All that time they gave motherfucker R. Kelly, pure survival, that's damn near life. But they trying to give Diddy to where they say the word life in prison. And they're telling him this behind the scenes. And did he know all of this shit that they was doing? You think he gonna go to jail by himself? You got another thing coming. Pure a fucking Bible.
The label. And considering that multiple people have come forward to accuse Diddy of allegedly SAing them around the same time that he was at Uptown Records. So it's entirely plausible that Mary watched him and learned this behavior from him. Also, from what we know now, Mary allegedly got pregnant with Diddy's child, but either he forced her to get rid of it or it was Mary's decision. But nonetheless, they still maintain a very strong relationship. And looking back at the pics, the thing I find really weird is that in almost all of the pics of Mary and Diddy, Mary is holding a hand over her stomach wherever there was Cassie. Now, this could just be a pose, but no.
Wow, that's crazy. So whenever Mary J. Blige was around Cassie, she was holding her stomach. Was she pregnant by Diddy at that time? That's crazy.
Of Mary and Diddy, Mary is
Look,
holding a hand.
she do hold her fucking stomach every time she in the picture with Diddy Glover. Pure survival. Hold on, this is what this
label. And considering that multiple people have come forward to accuse Diddy of allegedly SAing them around the same time that he was at Uptown Records. So it's entirely plausible that Mary watched him and learned this behavior from him. Also, from what we know now, Mary allegedly got pregnant with Diddy's child, but either he forced her to get rid of it or it was Mary's decision. But nonetheless, they still maintain a very strong relationship. And looking back at the pics, the thing I find really weird is that in almost all of the pics of Mary and Diddy, Mary is holding a hand.
She is holding her hands on her stomach every time. Pure survival. So, oh my God. And then Diddy looking more at Mary than he looking at Cassie. Pure survival. It's like he told Cassie, look, you better look straight. Pure survival. And he looking at Mary the whole time. That is wow. And she keep holding her stomach in all these pictures with Diddy motherfucking Glover. This is crazy if they was able to hide this. Well, all the money that they got, of course, they was able to sweep all of this under the rug. Pure survival. And Cassie knew way too much. Just imagine what Cassie's gonna say on that stand. My God, Diddy better hurry up and keep on telling. Imagine that. We only seen that one video. Imagine what that woman gonna say. Like that Cassie gonna say. And I mean, even with the other victims, but I'm saying fucking Cassie should alone. The feds only need two people, like I think, to find you guilty. They only need two motherfuckers to say, you know, to actually just make a allegation or anything. I think, you know what I'm saying, and they can automatically convict you off of like two witnesses. And they saying it's like what 1,000 victims and witnesses and all this type of shit. This shit is not looking good for Diddy. So he is literally telling on everybody during survival. Y'all gotta, you know what I mean, smash that like button, share this video. My Instagram is Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Follow me and I'll follow you back during survival. We must keep each other updated. We gotta protect ourselves and protect our children from this sick industry. Cause everybody, I feel like they not only did they turn they disappointed the all of the fans, if this is true, but the victims, everybody who ever believed in them and wanted to be like them when they got older. Pure survival. This is awful. And Mary J. Blige sitting there holding Diddy baby, allegedly. All these pictures with her holding her stomach. That's wow.
a very strong relationship. And looking back at the pics, the thing I find really weird is that in almost all of the pics of Mary and Diddy, Mary is holding a hand over her stomach wherever there was Cassie. Now, this could just be a pose, but knowing what we know now, it's honestly sick to think if she was doing it on purpose. Someone commented, "You'll be surprised at how many men have stories like this, but just doesn't speak out about it because in society, this behavior has been accepted. It's sickening." Another person said, "He's telling the truth. It is what it is. He was still a little boy put in a grown man arena. Should thought he was helping him grow into manhood, but he was actually enabling him to be victimized by Mary, a grown woman at the time." That's a fact whether Danny enjoyed it or not. And this other person commented, "It's wild how normalized it was in the 90s for adults to be messing with children." What?
You see that? It's wild how normalized it was for adults to be messing with children back in the 90s. This type of behavior was normalized. That's why it wasn't such an outrage. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I told y'all. Like in my upbringing, without, you know what I'm saying, right? Like if you was a young boy, you know what I'm saying, underage, and you got older women, like you was considered like a G during survival. You was considered the shit. You know what I mean? And then you had young girls that would lie about their age, even young boys. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you see a female that's 25 and you 17 and she like, "Little boy, get out of here." You like, "Motherfucker, look, I'm 19 years old, girl. What you talking about? Pure survival. I'm 19, pure survival." You know what I mean? And you can convince a motherfucker, but this shit was normalized back in the day. That is wild. And now this shit is not playing. What they say, the chickens is coming home to roost. The Fed said that shit. This shit is real. This crazy.
Danny enjoyed it or not. And this other person commented, "It's wild how normalized it was in the 90s for adults to be messing with children. What could MJB want with a 15-year-old? Did she know he was a child? I have so many questions." Whew, there's a lot to unpack here.
That's crazy. It's a lot to unpack. It's just such a lot to unpack during survival. Man, they done locked Jay-Z up. Well, they about to. That's what it looked like. I'm sorry, pure survival. It's going to be a raid next. I'm letting y'all know now. They're going to end up trying. They're going to end up raiding Jay-Z and Beyonce's. I'm not going to call it a freak off dungeon or a freak off mansion yet, but y'all, you know, y'all put it in y'all head on what it is. But the raid is going to come next. I'm telling you, because Diddy is telling all kinds of shit. Look, go to his house. You gonna imagine that they found baby oil at Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon. They gonna go to Jay-Z house and find a pound of Vaseline. They gonna fuck around and find a pound of Vaseline. Not Vaseline, Vaseline. They gonna be like, "Oh my God, they found all this Vaseline at Jay-Z's motherfucking house." Pure survival. Oh my God. This shit is wild as then a motherfucker, man. And she knew that Diddy was going to snitch on her. She knew that shit was coming. I think Mary J. Blige knew that Diddy was going to end up eventually telling on her. You know what I mean? And that's why they tried to get away from him, but that shit backfired. That shit backfired during survival. Even look at these motherfuckers, the freak off sons.
Now, even with everything that has been said about Diddy and all the receipts that have been dropped on him, there is no convincing some people that Diddy is a villain, but not Mary J. Blige. Apparently, with Diddy snitching on some top dogs, she is one of the people who has now decided that she will no longer be on Diddy's side. And she's out here claiming innocence and saying, "Y'all better not include my name in this Diddy mess." There have also been a few more arrests of people with ties to Diddy other than his sons who were detained and then released. So keep it locked for all the juicy.
And she said, "Y'all better keep my name out of this shit." And now, Mary, it looked like your name got in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is wild as hell, man. This is very wild. And the female that they talk about, if you are the female, Mary, I would go and call Russell Simmons. I would leave the country. Go to Russia. This is wild.
And media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce.
And y'all notice how they refiled it and they listed Jay-Z now as the other male. They didn't list the female yet because I told y'all Jay-Z refused to pay. You know what I mean? He said, fuck that. I didn't do it. Allegedly to him, I ain't do motherfucking thing wrong. I'm not paying y'all. I'm not being extorted. That's what he said. But the female, I don't even know if she may, if it's Mary, if she paid off the shit for the reason why they didn't say her name yet. But if she didn't pay, and Diddy ready to snitch and say everything, it ain't gonna matter if you pay or not, because Diddy putting the feds on you. But man, they gonna end up saying the female's name next. I said allegedly, Mary, it's you. Allegedly.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually sexually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny.
And you see that? Jay-Z said, I'm not going to give you one red penny, pure survival. Y'all trying to blackmail me, y'all lying. You know what I'm saying? So if the female celebrity that was with Diddy and Jay-Z with this 13-year-old girl, I don't know if she paid the shit off or not, but it was about to come out, and Diddy is going to be telling on more than just. I'm telling you, Jay-Z, the first big name that came out like on the worldwide net. Imagine the people that been paying them feds behind the scenes. Please don't put me in that shit. I know I was nasty. Oh, I know my breath smell like vagina. Oh, I know my breath smell like dick sticks. You know what I'm saying? Please don't put me out. I'm gonna pay your money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This is getting crazy though.
And his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family. Joining us now to break this all down as it's happening, News Nation Law and Justice contributor, former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer, thanks for staying with us on this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so we just received a response from the victim's lawyer, really just in the last few minutes. I take a look. This is on social media. A lawyer, Tony Busby, saying Jay-Z has, quote, tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff, but his conduct has had the opposite impact. He goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves, and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the...
So Ryan Buttstink, the lawyer Ryan Buttstink, said that Jay-Z was trying to bully him instead of just paying him the money. Ryan Buttstink, Pure Survival. And he's saying, Jay-Z, I wouldn't have put you out there. But you, Ryan Buttstink, said you don't want to pay? Oh, you think because you got all them billions? Ryan Buttstink said, look, motherfucker, I got the keys. Motherfucker said, I got the kids that allegedly that you done touch. I got the kids. Salute to Kalisha. Kalisha just hit that super chat. This is pure survival. Ryan Buttstink ain't say I got the keys. He said, I got the kids. That motherfucker, but Jay-Z said, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He said, special golf talk here. All my niggas millionaire. We gonna take it there, I swear. Jay-Z trying to come back like this is a rap battle. This is the feds, motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? This is not a rap battle, Jay-Z. You need to stop all that shit. Because right now, you fucking with this shit right here, you fuck around and get ethered again. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? You fuck around and get ethered again. Philly's hot rock fellas put you in the dry spot, fellas, in a palm box with 9 shots from my Glock, fellas. I'm talking about, listen, if you was from Philly when Nas said that, that shit touched you. Even if you was a Nas fan, pure survival. I'm from Philly, but I couldn't lie. I said Nas killed that shit. He ethered the fuck out of you, Jay-Z. Pure survival. Even when he said that, he said Philly's hot rock fellas put you in a dry spot, fellas, in a pine box with 9 shots from my Glock, fellas. I was like, oh my God. He said Nas gave Philly a shout out, but then said he'll put you in a dry spot. Oh, Philly's hot rock, fellas. Put you in a dry spot, fellas. Yo, but anyway, Jay-Z, he fighting it. But the female celebrity, Mary, I don't know if it's you. Like I said, allegedly Diddy snitching on you. So if it come out to this, it's going to be crazy.
Goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of this real-time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties tonight?
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because JC came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you. And then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accusers. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver taking her. So
see that? They discuss a driver, freak off driveway, another woman being there. So we only got these two right now. So Mary, if it's you, these two motherfuckers is already caught. Allegedly, if they really, you know what I mean? I don't know if Jay-Z did it. All I know is Ryan Buttstink, the lawyer, said, I got the kids, not the keys, motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Once you go to jail, you can't just get the keys. You got to wait till they hit your gate. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to KMR. Just hit that super chat. This is pure survival, KMR. He said Jay-Z looked like a Ninja Turtle from, oh my God, pure survival. He does look like a goddamn Ninja Turtle mixed with a camel in the face. Pure survival. Yo, oh man, this is crazy. And this the face Diddy got right now sitting in the cell. Look, I tried to be friends with you motherfuckers. Pure survival. I tried. Y'all act like y'all didn't know me. And they said, hey, you looking at life. What am I supposed to do? That's the face, like, what y'all motherfuckers expect me to do. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was in La La Land, pure survival. Man, oh man, I don't know how this is going to turn, but we will see in the end. Shout out to everybody that just came in the building. Allegedly, Diddy snitching on Mary J. Blige, and allegedly, she's the woman on that tape. I mean, that was with that 13-year-old girl. I'm telling y'all allegedly because I don't know full blown, but I know Diddy's telling on everybody. Pure survival. Like and subscribe. Share this video. And this was pure stone cold survival. Snitching survival at this point.